Hey, welcome to another episode of Optimal Happiness Guy in here talking my talk. Got a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for the ladies primarily. Ladies, the question that I have for you, are you independent and don't need a man? If you are, I have good news for you. You probably don't have a man. Let's get into it on the other side.
Brian Greene, Optimal Happiness Guy, is a Renaissance man, a part of the Talented 10, published author of Amazon's #1 new release, Optimal Happiness, Love Ain't Never Been Enough, certified image consultant at Becoming Handsome Growth, LLC, entrepreneur of Body Goals and Still Happy.
All right, so thank you for joining me for another episode of Optimal Happiness Guy. I love having these conversations, these talks. That's why I do them. I've been wanting to talk about this for a little bit, kind of slipped through the weeds, but we're here now, so we're going to get into it. Ladies, if you're independent and don't need a man, then that's fine. But that mindset stops you from having a man or getting the kind of man that you desire. All right, allow me to take you through an analogy, if you will. I'm going to take you somewhere, see if you can go with me and see if it makes sense at the end of all of it. All right. So the topic today is for the ladies, and the topic is, are you more lioness or leopardess, which is a female leopard? Female lion, female leopard. I like to do my talks about men being male lions and women being lionesses or the lioness. So the topic for today is, are you more lioness or more leopardess? And I'm going to talk to you about a few characteristics and traits of each. Let's see which one you identify more with, and then we'll progress the conversation from there. All right. So to start with the lioness. Lionesses are highly social cats, living in prides of up to 40 members. Each female tends to stay in her birth pride, whereas most young males leave the pride in small groups to create their own. Basic knowledge about lions and lionesses. The lionesses' cubs will have lots of friends in their pride. Lionesses synchronize their fertility cycles, resulting in cubs being born around the same time. That's powerful. Related lionesses in a pride will continually protect and suckle each other cubs, sharing the burden of childcare. And here's some more information. If a new lion beats the previous lion king, he will kill all the small cubs so that the lionesses will be able to breed with him. The tragic part is that female lions will let it happen. It is simply nature for them and a fact of life. There goes the stepkids, folks. The male lion, the lion is not dealing with stepkids. Shout out to the Godfather, RP. This is what he talked about a lot. Back to the lions, though, or the lionesses. Although powerful and capable, lionesses do not run the pride, at least not at first sight. They run the pride from the background, hunting, guarding, and caring for the young. All right, information on lionesses, somewhat lions as well. Here's some information on the leopardess. The leopardess is a solitary animal of the bush and forest and is mainly nocturnal in habit. Although it sometimes basks in the sun, it is an agile climber and frequently stores the remains of its kills in the branches of a tree. It feeds upon any animal it can overpower, from small rodents to water buck, whatever that is, but generally prey on the smaller and medium-sized antelopes and deer. It appears to have a special liking for dogs as food, and in Africa for baboons. It sometimes takes livestock down and may attack human beings. Sounds like the Wild Wild West. There's no definite breeding season. The female produces 2 to 4, usually 3 cubs after a gestation period of about 3 months. The call of leopards vary and include a series of harsh coughs, throaty growls, and a deep purring sound. The animal takes to water readily and is a good swimmer. Leopards are very solitary and spend most of their time alone. They each have their own territory and leave scratches on trees, urine scents, marks, and poop to warn other leopards to stay away. Males and females will cross territories, but only to mate. All right. That's lionesses versus leopardess. So, I found it very interesting. The leopardess sounds very independent. All right. Focused on what it wants. So let's get into independent by definition. So definition number 1, adjective, free from outside control, not depending on another's authority. Definition number 2, adjective, not depending on another for livelihood or sustenance. That's independent. All right. I often hear women say, I'm independent. I don't need a man for nothing. I got to take care of my own bills, so forth and so on. But to be independent is usually not a real thing. It's what people say. For example, boss women, women that own companies or that are executives or whatever the case may be. A lot of women that own companies own beauty salons and makeup artists. They may own a company of some other kind, but no matter what you do, if you work in corporate America, if you are an actress or a singer or some kind of entertainer, you work for someone else. Actors, corporate America, executives, whatever the case may be, you work for someone else. And if you do own your own company, what are you independent of is the question that I like to ask women. Because if you own your own company, you still need people, clientele to patronize your business and buy things. So the notion of being independent is usually not a real thing, no matter how you slice it. So I don't like that word independent. All right. I like the term interdependence. And this is the definition: the dependence of 2 or more people or things on each other. I like that. We are interdependent on each other in some shape, form, or fashion, and we need each other. All right. So back to the lions. The independent, or back to the cats, rather, the lioness and the leopardess. The independent leopardess did everything by herself and only got with a male leopard or a leopard to mate. Ain't that something? Sounds like a lot of independent women. You don't need a man for anything. You pay your own bills, companionship, you got your vibrator. Every now and then you get together and mate with a man. That's what independency gets you. All right. Now, the lioness, to me, sounds more interdependent, a part of a system, a part of a plan. They bought into it. They hunt. They bring the winnings of the hunt back to the male lion and to the pride so everybody can partake. The women help take care of each other's kids and all of these things. It's a system that works. The male protects the territory and all of that, and people in the animals in the pride. It's a system that everybody has some duties, some responsibilities, and it works because they are fulfilling those duties and those responsibilities. But the independent leopardess, there's no system. There's a system of one. The team of me from that movie. I don't want to quote it on here, but the team of me acting as self. That's where independence gets you. And if most of the time that's not what we want. We are stronger together. We are better together, and we need each other. I don't hear men saying, I don't need a woman. I need a woman. My life would not be good or as good without a woman in it and without having a woman. So I hear women say that all the time. I don't need a man. If that's your mindset, the universe expands on whatever you focus on. So if you're focusing on being independent, then sometimes that means you're going to be alone because your behavior lends itself to being alone and being a loner, as opposed to being interdependent, needing each other, looking for somebody to provide certain things to you, and you provide certain things to that person, and making the whole system of each other better. So that's my short talking track for today. Think about it though. It's a simple mindset shift, moving from being independent to being interdependent. And I think everything changes for you for the better in terms of relationship with men. All right. So all my lions, keep on roaring, and all my lionesses, keep on holding things down in the background and taking care of things. All right. Till next time. If you like the video, like it. If you hate it, dislike it. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. And let's stay active, man, in applying pressure and working towards being better and finding more happiness for ourselves. But we have to put the work in. All right. Till next time. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the other side.
Brian Green, Optimal Happiness Guy, is a Renaissance man, a part of the Talented 10. Published author of Amazon's #1 new release, Optimal Happiness, Love Ain't Never Been Enough. Certified image consultant at